we're going to make a white fudge swirl cake. And it's going to be really fast and easy because we're going to actually use a cake mix, a white cake mix. So I went ahead, opened up the bag. You're just going to simply put it in a bowl. This is a really fast recipe, especially if you have a white cake mix or you like using cake mixes. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 3 large eggs, which I've had at room temperature. And you're going to need 1 cup of milk. And I'm going to just drizzle a little in to start blending this together. As I said, this is really fast, easy recipe. And you're going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And just start mixing it at about medium, and then finish up by gradually adding your milk. So that was 1 cup of milk. And now raise your speed, and you should beat this for about 2 minutes, just to make sure it's well blended. Work the sides of your bowl, get all the lumps out of it, and make sure that it's well blended. So about 2 minutes should do it. Like I said, is so fast to do this recipe. So I'll show you this, what it looks like. The lumps are gone. Very light, very fluffy, white batter, nice white batter. And I went ahead and I greased and floured an 8.5 by 3.5 pan. I like using this baking pan because that way I don't have to use 2 8-inch or 2 9-inch, and it comes out, actually I feel like a taller cake. It renders a taller cake. So I'm just going to pour my mixture into my baking pan, making sure I get it all out. So I want that cake to be as large as possible. Okay. And don't forget, always tap your pans a bit to get those air bubbles. You're going to bake it at 350 degrees, and you're going to bake it, if using this type of pan, for about 50 minutes, 45-50 minutes. If you're going to use the 8 and the 9-inch, your baking is going to be about 27 to 30 minutes if you use 2 baking pans. I went ahead and almost forgot to tell you how to make the fudge, and it's so easy. Take your favorite chocolate sauce or Hershey sauce and actually just start drizzling it in, making circles. Make circles, and then just go from side to side. You're probably going to use anywhere from 1/4 to a 1/2 cup of Hershey's or chocolate sauce. And then just take your knife, and I'll show you in a second, and just work it from side to side and up and down. You'll create a real pretty swirl. And what you're doing, you're getting down into the batter with your knife so that you'll have a nice chocolate swirl when you're done. And it's going to look like that, if you can kind of see it. And then put that in your oven and bake it. Remember to test it with your cake tester or toothpick. Go into the center of it, and if it's dry, you know your cake is baked. I went ahead and baked one ahead of time, and this is what it looks like. And I also cut it in half. So I want to show you the pretty chocolate swirl on the top and the bottom. And I went ahead and I have my Hershey's fudge chocolate icing made ahead of time. So I'm just going to try to put that on the cake real quickly for you and frost it into that layer. Please check my other video because I do have this frosting for a video, so you can actually see it. So it's a really good tasting fudge frosting, and it's under Hershey's also on my set of videos that I have made. And now I'm just going to put my top. You can see again, look at those nice swirl marks left by that chocolate sauce. I'm going to put it on top, and then again I'm going to just cut the top off because I want the cake to be level. So I'm going to use a bread knife and took that off so that I have a nice top. And then I'm just going to finish off with more of the fudge frosting on the cake. So work your sides. Put a nice coating all around it. Everyone seems to like a lot of frosting on a cake. You can also wet your knife if that makes it easier. Just put all that frosting all along your cake. And then make sure you put a nice dollop on the top. And then spread that out. I think you're really going to like this white battered cake, especially with the chocolate swirl in it. Something different from your average chocolate cake that we tend to always make. So it's very thick, as you see, a very nice thick frosting that covers the cake. So do check out my video for this fudge frosting. I think you're going to really like it. And I think you're going to like the taste of it as well as working with it. So just add a little swirl on the top. And there you go. You have a very easy, fast, white cake with fudge swirl. Give it a try. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.